Bitcoin, XRP, and altcoins continue to the downside, as I see a lot of supposedly crypto enthusiasts turning into actual bears, calling for the beginning of the bear market and the end of the bull market. Amidst all of that noise, a lot of investors are still bullish on a number of altcoins, such as XRP. In today's episode, we break into the mind of the CEO of our favorite crypto, as we also look at the price prediction of the fourth largest digital asset by market capitalization. I know such events and trends that seem like the end of the bull season and the introduction of the bear market might stir up questions like, is it true that the bull market is over for Bitcoin, XRP, and altcoins? Well, we're going to take a deep dive into Brad Garlinghouse's thoughts on crypto and XRP, so stick around and take a deep dive into that to find out. Hello again, and thanks for tuning in and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be looking at an interview with Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, while also taking a deep dive into XRP hitting $1,000 as we look at other contributing factors to that, as well as the SEC lawsuit. As is customary with our channel, always check out the links in the description section below for some useful and important pieces of information, such as links to sign up on Binance and get a lifetime discount of 5% off on trading fees, which you would otherwise incur while making transactions on the Binance platform. While you're there, go ahead and hit the subscribe and like buttons on the way in. We've recently passed 50,000 subscribers, and truly, you all are awesome, and we hope you guys stick around with us as we steadily trail to 100,000. And most importantly, as we watch XRP hit the $1,000 mark in the near or midterm. Today's video will be heavily centered around an interview conducted on YouTube between Thinking Crypto, another bullish XRP enthusiast, and the CEO of fintech company Ripple Labs, who also happened to be the senior vice president at Yahoo, where he ran its homepage from 2003 to 2008. In this interview, when asked about some news regarding the sunsetting of Yahoo Answers, a subsidiary of Yahoo, Brad replied with an answer that tends to relate to the current happenings with Ripple, such as the incident that had Ripple charging YouTube to court, to past events that had them sunsetting Yahoo groups during his days at Yahoo. In his words, Brad hinted that the reason I'm bringing this up is the internet, social media, as we know it today, could learn from this. Yahoo groups, we realized that our ability to the cost relative to the benefit of monitoring Yahoo groups for the abusive behaviors and illegal activity made it untenable. We couldn't really operate the service efficiently, and as I've said very publicly, and I think you may know, I sued. Personally, I sued YouTube and Ripple sued YouTube, because so many people are impersonating me using Ripple's brand to scam people. And I think a number of social media platforms should be more a part of the solution than I think they've been. I think that the platforms have been abused in ways that have hurt society in some way. Going forth to add that his recent lawsuit against YouTube was not originally to force some changes, but to shed some light on what he finds the most frustrating. He asserts you identify someone representing you, pretending to be you, and you report it, and it takes days, sometimes even weeks for it to come down. I actually had one time that was kind of funny. I did tweet about this. It's quite some time ago, but I reported a fake account on Instagram with someone impersonating me. And Instagram wrote back saying, "Hey, we've looked into this, thank you for reporting, we take it seriously, we concluded that this is not an impersonation." And it's like, wait, well that's a picture of me, you gotta be kidding right now. When asked about how the blockchain can be used as a solution to the aforementioned problem of identity theft on social media platforms, if the profiles were created and tagged to the blockchain and that verification is there, purports the interviewer, Brad said, "It's kind of funny you mentioned this. When I first joined Ripple, I just passed my 6 years anniversary with the company, we actually were working on 3 different things. It also relates to the Peanut Butter Manifesto comment, kind of go-to-market initiatives, leveraging the XRP ledger. One of them was a global ID project, the idea of using a blockchain for identity management. The other one, with smart contracts platforms, is I think somewhat infamously Vitalik Buterin spent some time as an intern sleeping on the couch of our CTO at the time, Stephen Thomas. And the third was payment-related and should be cross-border payments. And we decided to pick one and focus, and it was kind of the lesson I have learned around the Peanut Butter Manifesto." So guys, you heard that right. Creator of Ethereum and its astounding smart contract functionality, Vitalik Buterin, was once an intern at Ripple, during the regime of the software company's former chief technology officer, Stephen Thomas, who's also current CEO and founder of Coil, a platform that introduces the idea of open standards such as interledger and web monetization, and a means for much quicker and cheaper payments that are not tied to a particular payment provider or platform, and a member of the board to a host of other software companies around the San Francisco Bay Area. Further on the subject using blockchain for ID verification, the former senior executive at Yahoo and present CEO of Ripple buttresses the interviewer's point, and he adds that the global ID, to your point, that leveraging blockchain for identity management, I think is a real opportunity. I think it's a hard one to do well in part because whether we like it or not today, the government owns our identity, right? If you say to someone, hey, verify your identity, generally you're going to look for a passport, some sort of state-issued identification, a birth certificate, all those things that are issued by the government. So I think to do identity well today, I think there has to be some collaboration and partnering with government entities, which makes it maybe a little harder to scale and grow in the way that I think some technologies can. The reporter goes on to ask the former CEO at Hightail, Brad, on how he and the team at Ripple feels about all of the drama and conspiracy theories that come with being at the helm of affairs of one of the companies gaining widespread popularity. He responds by saying, well, I'm going to maybe answer that a couple of different ways. I mean, for what it's worth, I view myself as a pretty private person. In another interview from a while ago on Bloomberg, Brad expressed his thoughts on what he thinks would happen to XRP in the future. He highlighted that the number of collaborations that Ripple currently enjoys ranges between 100 to 200 partnerships with traditional banks around the world, indicating that the fintech company is signing up more than a bank a week now. Further agreeing that it's not the number of partnerships that really matter, but the volume out there, as he affirms yet another milestone for the company, where he says that the SEB, a Swedish financial group slated for corporate customers, institutions, and private individuals, with headquarters in one of the largest banks in Sweden, had done over $1 billion equivalent through one of Ripple's payment and settlement portals. Adding that on the global macro scale, Ripple is still, in his words, on mile 1 of the marathon. When asked about what he thinks about the digital asset XRP, and if he thinks it could supersede Bitcoin in the future, he took that as a compliment, just as he hinted at the growth level of XRP, as well as its potential to explode to exponential gains, given the company's main focus is solving real problems for real people. Concurring with the reporter's note on XRP, gaining record highs, recently surging 1,300%, he added that XRP was the best performing digital asset in 2017, during which time it was up by 25,000%, and emphasizing on the excitement around digital assets being centered around solving a real problem. Further emphasizing on the aspect of regulatory concerns, Brad asserts that RippleNet as a platform from the get-go had worked with regulators and regulated institutions like banks, where there isn't regulatory uncertainty, and that wouldn't start now. Thank you for watching this video till the very end, as you've just amassed some very important knowledge that only a few are exposed to. I do hope you guys enjoyed it, so don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and let me know what you think in the comments. We would really like to know what you guys think regarding the price of XRP in the short, mid, and long term. If you have any other questions or suggestions, feel free to post them as well, and be sure to check out some of our previous videos. See you next time.
Hollywood car